What's going on, guys? It's Snoov 603 for Shustybang, bringing you episode 4 of Snoov on PC. And today's episode is, why did I switch to PC? Before I begin, let me be very clear. In no way does this video in any way, shape, or form make me out to be some kind of PC elitist jerk. A PC elitist is someone who blatantly brags to console gamers about being on, as they put it, superior hardware and gives off the vibe that they're actually better people for it. In no way, shape, or form, again, am I going to do that in this video, as I hate people like that myself. To get on to the video itself, this is going to kind of be a two-part video where I'm going to discuss all of the good things about playing on PC and why it's so attractive to myself and others, as well as give you guys a definitive answer as to why I personally made the switch from console to PC. I shouldn't have to explain that, because I've answered it so many times on Twitter and in the comments of other videos, but people are still missing it, so I think it's just high time I put it on a video, and this will be the last time I discuss it. So, on to the question that keeps coming up. Why did I, Snoov603, personally make the switch from console to PC? Already thinking about how I'm going to answer this, I will tell you right now that my reason for switching will transition to reasons for why I see more people switching to PC as well, as it all kind of goes hand in hand, so bear with me. If it seems like one really long answer, it's really not. The immediate answer is right up front, and then I'm just going to kind of segue into all the other reasons why I find PC gaming attractive, and what made me switch really in the end. So the shortest answer as to why I switched, in its most simplest form, is that I was bored with console. To elaborate on that, you have to understand that I've been playing on console for over 20 years. I just got to a point that I didn't feel like I was being challenged anymore. I started to get to a point where I just wasn't enjoying gaming anymore either. So I was doing the same thing day in and day out, nothing had changed, only the games, but it wasn't enough of a change for me to keep my interest going. So I was talking to Fake Thriller and others about this, and they kept suggesting that I get into PC gaming, because I already had a rig that was capable of playing on games that just they didn't look as good as what a really high-end PC would look like, but it was still good enough. Playing on PC is just a totally different animal. As I've really never played on it, that right there alone was a good enough reason for me to switch. There was going to be a huge learning curve for me because I'm not the most patient person, but I saw that challenge and I wanted to give it a shot. Again, I've never really played much on PC aside from a bit of StarCraft on the side, but that was basically going to be it, so it's pretty much completely new to me. I was going to be able to learn everything about PC components, how to build a computer, how to optimize my setups, and the list goes on. Getting into PC gaming is like driving into a whole new world of gaming that I've never been involved in before, so the vastness of the new things to me is really what drew me in. And it's still so incredibly huge. I have so much to learn. So with all that in mind, I do like learning new things I have an interest in, even though I sometimes lack the patience up front, and just thinking about all that stuff, everything I mentioned, got me very eager to get back into gaming like I haven't been in months. It just completely reignited my interest in everything gaming, because I saw this massive world of new stuff I knew nothing about, and I wanted to learn everything, and I wanted to get my hands on playing something completely new. That is, in the easiest answer possible, the main reasons for why I switched to PC gaming. If I didn't or couldn't switch to PC, I can promise you right now, I wouldn't be on YouTube at this moment. That is neither a joke nor a lie. I was just that bored to death with everything I was doing, that I was just ready to walk away from it all, until I found a new avenue to enjoy gaming that made it feel completely new to me again. So for those that hate on me for playing on PC, and as some of you yourselves have put it, abandoning consoles, quote unquote, just keep that in mind, please, that I was ready to walk away from everything because I was just so sick of what I was doing. I needed something new. I needed a change of pace. So with that said, let's dive a little deeper into other reasons for why I wanted to switch to PC gaming, and what I think are reasons for why more and more people are actually making the switch themselves as well. Reason number one, or whatever number you want to call this, big part of it was cheaper games. It's one of the biggest factors outside of my initial ramble for switching to PC gaming. And why I know a lot of people love PC gaming is because the games are cheaper, and there's so many to choose from. That's kind of the bummer about console gaming, is that new games rarely go on sale on a whim. The only way to get them cheaper is to buy them used, or buy them from a friend or whatever, but just basically still the same thing as used. On PC, you have Steam, and Steam games regularly go on sale. And that includes new games at times, albeit not as often, but still, it almost never happens for console games. When you go into a store like Target or Walmart or something, very rarely do brand new games go on sale in the first 2 months. On Steam, that does happen from time to time. Aside from that, there are older games that go on sale, and often. The Steam library is incredibly deep with games I used to love and play, and other games that are dirt cheap, and even cheaper when they go on sale. So the original allure of going to PC was that Fake Thriller and I could pick up these random games really cheap, and play and post the hell out of them. That plan went out the window when I had a kid, and ended up with a lot less free time than I thought I would, but I don't have any regrets regarding that. Long story short, good reason to switch to PC is an incredibly massive library of incredibly cheap games that go on sale fairly often for even more incredibly low prices. Oh, and we cannot forget the substantial library of free-to-play games as well. Some of them are actually really good, might I add. Reason number 2, whatever number we're calling this, better graphics. Now, everyone who pays attention to the comments of our videos to see me stand up for consoles against the PC elitists that drop by. I will stand by what I've always said. While PC graphics are, in general, much better than that of console, I still don't think console graphics are bad. I'm not bashing consoles by any means when I say that PC has better graphics. And with that said, I've never denied it once in the comments, because it's impossible to deny that PC graphics do look amazing. I never had a problem playing on console, I still don't, but I saw what you could get for graphics on an average PC, and I just wanted to try out, because I'm a sucker for better graphics and crisp, clear imaging. I'm that guy that refuses to watch TV if he can't watch one of the HD channels. I like higher quality everything that much. It really is a world of a difference when you get on a PC game and play it on really high settings, and you can see much more detail. It does add to the experience a bit, and in some cases, it does make a huge difference, but not always. Another reason that I wanted to switch to PC is the upgrades, or the ability to make upgrades. This almost should go into a commentary of itself somewhere about why PC gaming can actually suck, but for me, I actually see it as a positive, and it's that I love the fact that I can continuously upgrade my PC. Seriously, your imagination as to what you can build is only limited by your budget. I'm a tinkerer, I've always have been, and I always will be. I can't leave shit alone. If I see I can make an improvement somewhere and I can afford to do it, then I do it, and that goes for absolutely everything. Along with all that, I like my toys. I don't spend recklessly on stupid shit that I may not need though. What I do is that I spend a lot of money on things that I thoroughly enjoy. Prime example of that is my bass fishing. Do I need a $150 reel to go with a $120 rod? Absolutely not. It is definitely better than a $40 combination of the two, but it's not necessary. It's just that I love doing it so much that I'm willing to spend the most amount of money that I can afford for the best stuff that I can get, when it makes sense, because I can rationalize that. Couple all of that reasoning together, that rationalization, and you'll understand this other reason why I want to go to PC gaming. I recognize that I'm really into gaming. I like making upgrades to my equipment for things I love doing. Again, gaming. And seeing how much better the experience can get via those upgrades. I like having really nice things for the things I take seriously and have a deep passion for. Having that interest in getting into PC gaming and having the whole upgrading aspect to go with it is another reason why I, and I'm sure others, wanted to get into PC gaming. Things are never stagnant so long as you have money to spend. You're always upgrading, or you always have the option to upgrade and move forward. Alright, last but not least, another reason why I switched is because I think that the PC is actually the future of all gaming. Now by that, I mean that given how PC component prices continue to drop and it becomes more of a mainstay and everyday tool for everyone as far as how the PC is used in your life, especially even more so for each new generation of kids, I just don't think consoles are going to be around with us for that much longer. How much longer exactly? Who knows? I certainly don't know, but I do think that given the pace of PC component prices dropping and the quality level of those components still continuing to rise, we're going to reach a point that consoles are just going to be outdated in a 2 to 3 year time span from the day of release, like at the most. We could be a decade away from that point, but I think we're actually getting pretty close to it. Now look at the current landscape of gaming platforms, their price points, and their capabilities. Now I do plan on getting a PS4, but looking at it, if I only had the choice of, say, one thing, I either had to get a gaming PC for $500 or a PS4 and we'll just say it's $500, I would definitely opt for the PC. The PS4 does have some awesome specs when you compare it to the PS3, going from one generation to the next. But that console, the PS3, is already outdated, and the PS4 is basically already on the back foot. It's not even out yet. For how good it is compared to current gen consoles, without it even released, it's already worse than the average gaming PC. Not by much when you're comparing it to the average gaming PC, is what I'm saying. And we're just talking about the PC, guys. We're not talking about the keyboard and mouse and monitor that goes with it. Just the machine, because the same thing can be said for a console. You need a TV to be able to play it on. But with all that said, as far as we know, we can't do any upgrades to the PS4, and it's already on the back foot. If the PS4 is already fighting an uphill battle against an average gaming PC, one that will cost you almost the same as the console, and couple that with the fact that PC component prices are continuously dropping while still getting better, how long will this next generation of consoles last before they're too far behind to be worth developers making games for them? My fear of spending $400 or $500 on an unupgradable console and having it be obsolete in 2 to 3 years makes me want to spend my money on PC. It's just, from a buyer standpoint, it makes a little bit more sense. It's all about protecting your investment. So yeah, the PC needs upgrades too, but that's very easy to do, and it's getting cheaper by the day. Plus, with an outdated gaming PC, at least you can still do some things with it, whereas an outdated or obsolete console, it's basically just a paperweight, unless you have a PS4 where it's got the Blu-ray. Next-gen consoles, I believe the Xbox will have a Blu-ray too, but that's pretty much what it's going to be demoted to, is just a Blu-ray player. None of what I just said, none of it, absolutely nothing is meant or intended to come off as me being an elitist by any means. That's just my theory and how I see the future of gaming progressing. I could be completely wrong, or I could be dead right. I don't know, and I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just saying that from my viewpoint, I do think that this situation is feasible. Will it stop me from buying a PS4? Nope. I still love Sony, and there will be some exclusives that I want to play, so I'll take a gamble on it so long as I have the money. If I don't have the money, then obviously I'm not going to buy it, but if I can afford it, then absolutely, I'm definitely going to get it. But if what I did say comes to pass, then at least I have my PC to fall back on. That's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and an explanation on most of my big reasons for why I personally switched to PC, and why I think a lot of people see that it's worth the effort of making the switch from console to PC. More importantly, I hope you really understand where I'm coming from with my decision, and can be respectful about it and stop bashing me for finding gaming fun again, just that I'm doing it on a different platform. That last point goes out to the few of you out there who still give me a hard time, but the rest of you, the majority of you, are awesome and have been very supportive, and for that, I sincerely thank you. If you could take a moment to share the video with your friends, I would appreciate it. Leave a like if you could as well. Other than that, it's going to wrap it up. Thanks, guys. I'll catch you later.